Hello everyone, and this is Sunny and SeReNiiTYzZ Game 6, and this gameplay today, guys, is a really nice duos gameplay from Sunny and myself. This is an older gameplay, just a little bit before Season 3, but I wanted to get it out because it was a really nice performance, particularly from Sun in this one, and myself, but in this gameplay Sun gets 10 kills, and I get a reasonable amount of assists as well, but nevertheless, really nice performance from Sun to get 10 kills, and I had 3 in this gameplay, but I did a lot of work behind the scenes with Sun in this one to get the Royale, and I hope you guys enjoy it because it was a really nice performance from both Sun and myself, and even though it's an old game, it was still a satisfying win, and we did really well as a double team to come out with a win here. And a lot of awesome duos that I've played with Sun recently, and I've got some really awesome games to bring out as well, because we've had some really good wins over the time. So I look forward to bringing all of that out, and all the squad action with the boys as well. But yeah, right in this gameplay, guys, nice one to start off with. So we're going to our location near Flush Factory. So I must emphasise this was just before Season 3 started up, so it's slightly older. And as you can see, I was doing dopey things at this time, eventually get through the chest, but you just have to run up and hit the thing on the side to get through there. But yeah, just being a bit silly there. So eventually getting the blue burst and small shields, that's a nice play. And just going to get all the materials from the pallets that we can get here, and everything before we sort of make a move out of this area. And there is going to be a fight soon, guys. We do get attacked in our area here where we landed at the beginning, so there is going to be some action. So I'm looking forward to that, and just looking to loot in the meantime until we get to there. So at this point here, you can just see I'm gathering resources as well as, you know, all the chests that are available, etc. So, you know, it's good to do that. Nice to get a shield pot there. That's going to come in handy. And yeah, just looking to loot at this stage. Not really much to say, but yeah, really nice gameplay in this one. You know, a lot of the gameplays that I've played with Sun have been really exciting recently. A lot of, you know, knife edge moments, particularly in the more recent games. But this one had its moments as well. A lot of you know, I think this the game, when this happened around the time, I think it was when the crossbow was coming into effect, so some really exciting action. As you can hear here, I've got someone behind me, so I start to bring out my shotgun because I know they're just behind me here, and blow off the garage door like Rambo style, and then Sun called out to Sun where he was, and he finishes the kill, so really nice play. And then there's a few other people here in the complex, so at this point here, Sunny's like, dude, there's a scar down at Backcannon's house, I think. But at this point here, I just wanted to keep the eye on these guys because there's a guy at the back here of the complex, just downed his partner. He's trying to snipe, so I was trying to keep the pressure on. As you can see, he tries to snipe me there. But I really wanted to get the scar, but also, you know, I was worried about these guys sort of behind us as well, so I wanted to keep my eye on them. And start to move up, trying to see where his down teammate went off to, because that'll give me a clue to like where he's next going to go. The reason I can't see him here is he must be around the lorry, so I go around this area, and then his teammate comes and tries to rush us, and I get both of them there. So very nice play from myself. I think it was the right decision just to, you know, hold out and just, you know, make sure that those guys, if they aggress, I was ready for it, and then I can help Sun with his guy. So Sun has one player at the back of his, so there were 2 teams here. So we did really well to take out both eventually. Right here, a bit of a sound fail from me at the time. I did have sound, but I didn't interpret it correctly here. I could hear the footsteps, but I thought he was around the back rather than inside. So I ended up wasting a lot of time, and Sun just eventually takes him out, so nice play. And at this point here, Sun's like, you can have a scar, dude, because I'm assuming Sun probably already has one. So really nice for us to, you know, have all of that stuff going forward in the gameplay. So that was the initial looting stage, guys. Next moment here from on was just us getting to the next area of the zone as the storm came in. So really nice play from this beginning, though, to kill the 2 teams. It was, you know, pretty satisfying play, all things considered, because you know, it's always more exciting in Fortnite, I think, to have a bit of competition at the beginning, because it makes for a more lively gameplay. And you know, really good performance from Sun and myself there as well. So very nice play, and as you can see here, just looking to gather materials as we move forward with the rest of the zone. It's always important to have a lot of materials in Fortnite, because it can buy you a lot of time. Can enable you to do things, so definitely worth having. You never know when you're going to be attacked, so can't emphasize the importance of materials really. Weapons come and go, but I think materials are there to stay, kind of thing. So definitely worth picking up the materials that you can, and you know, whilst you're in a sort of area where you're unlikely to be attacked, it's not a bad idea to claim those materials. So definitely worth doing. So as you can see, I'm getting all the brick and wood that I can get my hands on at this point. And you know, quite happy to do that because, like I say, it's important to have. So you know, it's good to have. Can't really say much more emphasising the importance of materials in Fortnite Battle Royale. It is important. So at this point here, you can see Sun's moving further ahead. So I'm trying to keep pace with him and make sure that we're not too far apart, because just in case one of us gets attacked. So at this point here, you can see we're making an approach to Retail Row. Definitely not one of my favourite areas in Fortnite Battle Royale. I tend to die here a lot. I don't know why, but it's just one of those places that I tend to sort of have, you know, my demise is usually met here. So don't ask me why, it's just the way it is. But yeah, we go to Retail Row now and look to get all what we can, basically, to move forward with this Royale. And nice to find the blue tactical here. And I think at this point, Sun finds another team, which, you know, I'm a little bit far from him, so I can't see it immediately. And he starts to attack, so nice play from him. I start to make an approach and attack as well. But as you can see, they're building a lot of ramps, etc. So we need to keep up the pressure and aggress. So at this point here, I'm just trying to make sure that I'm doing all I can to sort of, you know, help Sun where I can, but also just being careful of what we need to do. And right here we need to be quick because the storm's coming in, so we really need to take these guys out fast. And at that point there, I was kind of like holding off a bit because I hadn't seen the second guy, and I think Sun knocks one of them down, so really nice play from him. And at this point I decided to take a position on the roof, and a few sloppy shots here. This is why it takes a bit of time for me to finish off this guy, and unfortunately Sun could have, you know, taken more damage from me taking a bit of time there. But yeah, just, you know, my aim was a bit sloppy there, so, you know, it does happen in Fortnite Battle Royale, so that's just unfortunate. As you can see here, we just got to move. So at this point I'm getting ready to build, and nice play from, you know, myself there to make a ladder, because we definitely needed to go over that hill just to save a bit of time. And nice play, considering, nice reactions to sort of remember the storm. So you know, we did well to win that fight. Obviously, if we hadn't have won that, you know, we would have been out of the game already. So, you know, nice play for us to take out that team there. It was pretty big. At this point here, just really having problems with the internet trying to record this as I go along. That was the lag that I was experiencing there. It does happen occasionally to me, so trying to get through that and trying to get out of the storm back into the light, and definitely looking to heal after that point. So you can see we're both low health now, so any medic heals that we have, any bandages or, you know, med kits and things like that will definitely come in handy. I think Sun just applied a med kit to keep himself alive during the storm. It's a nice play from him because, you know, he might not have survived without that. I can run in and just heal up with all the bandages that I have, and offload the ones I don't need to Sun, or, you know, try and give Sun as much as I can. Drop the small shields for him there because he doesn't have any, so and then start to apply my bandy heals. So nice play from us both to you know, help each other out. You know, it's unfortunate that we did end up getting caught in the storm, but, you know, like I say, these things happen in Fortnite Battle Royale from time to time. So at this point here, we're just looking to heal, guys, and then make our way. Done really well with the teams that we faced in this game thus far. I was really impressed with you know, the effort that Sun and I put in, you know, to get these guys. Really good performances. You know, it's really satisfying to sort of all the teams that you come across in the duos or, you know, squads gameplay, to get the better of, you know, equally sized teams is, you know, really satisfying. And just, you know, you can't really ask for more than that in Fortnite Battle Royale. If you're actually just winning those you know, individual battles between teams, that's, you know, obviously really helpful. You can ask for more. So at this point here, I just asked some medium ammo because I was lacking a bit, and you know, considering I have a scar, we want to have as much as we can for our, you know, our best weaponry. So really nice to offload what we need to each other. I think that's really important to be given in Fortnite Battle Royale, to make sure both your teammates have a good chance of you know, winning crucial battles by having all the sufficient weaponry. And At this point here, it's a good source of bricks, so you know, whilst not much is happening, it's worthwhile to get a little bit of it. But I think we decided to move in with the zone early, which you know has its advantages as well. As you can see here, there's a team directly ahead of us, so you know we've got to be a bit careful of that. And I think at this point, Sun decides to move forward, so I follow suit. It's always, you know, you got to keep pace with your partner, and at this point here, I think we move in a position that we're going to maybe attack, so that's nice play from us. And at this point here, you can see that as we start to do that, we start to make the push. A solo player is just camping underneath us in a little shack, so a bit unexpected, but you have to be ready to expect the unexpected in Fortnite Battle Royale. So at this point here, I try and help Sun, and he's able to take that solo player out by himself, so nice play. You know, like I say, it's really unexpected just to have a random guy disappear like that, so unfortunately he's drained a bit of my health there, and unfortunately for us, he doesn't really have any heals of value, any medical heals or any types of shields, so that's really unfortunate for us going forward, but we do what we can to survive. So let's see what happens in the next section here. So right here, guys, as you can see, Sun's eager to get over the bridge, so I decide to follow Sun, and always sticking with your partner is a good play. And right there you would have seen the very top of the screen that someone just recently built, so there's a base over there directly ahead of us in the north position, and Sun out with the rockets here, nice play from him. But there's still quite a large player count here, so there's a lot of people still alive in a relatively small zone, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here as we move our way forward with the rest of the gameplay. At this point here, we decide to start surveying the area and just waiting for the storm to come in, really, to decide where best to set up. And we can see teams fighting here, and we're just trying to help out the guy that's struggling the most to sort of benefit on both rewards there. And at this point here, I started to hear something behind me and start to look around. I get crossbowed in the back. So really nice play from the guy far in the forest, because you know, this was just after the crossbow came out. And a really great shot that he hit on me there, and it did a lot of damage, and it does do a lot of damage in games. So as you can see, he's still trying to clip it here on me, and he nearly gets close a couple of times, so I'm really trying to stay back and call him out to Sun at this point. This is where Sun actually really steps up, because like I said, he gets 10 kills in this video. It's partly why the reason it was not one of my best performances in terms of kills, but you know, I did do work with the assist as well to help Sun, and but you know, great individual game from Sun. He did really well to get the 10 kills, and at this point I can hear sniping from behind me, so I just did well there to live, you know, 30 odd HP to survive. And at this point here, Sun's giving me a med kit. I'm making my way over to him, being careful not to get sniped as I'm doing that. But you know, really amazing plays from Sun, because you know, really he had to go huge there for us to stay alive in this game. He really did that well, and you know, some great rockets. And at this point there, that rocket that he just fires, I think he does get another team with a rocket that he hits in a minute on a team that decided to chase us behind on this brick structure. So just great play from him, really, because you know, really big rockets right there, and fantastic play in that situation. So at this point here, guys, as you can see, I just did a sort of transition just to the next part of the game, because we just moved up into an area to start to build and set up. And at this point here, from all the sort of shooting I did, I started to come short of ammo, so I said to Sun, I'm going to need some ammo, bro, and he's just to the tower to my right, and there's a team to the sort of north position that we saw earlier, another one closer to us from that. And I think in a minute you'll see a team coming out of the storm as well, so quite a lot's going on here. And it's always important in Fortnite Battle Royale, you know, one thing I do take from this gameplay, and you know, really nice that Sun's giving me the ammo, that's really helpful for me. It's just like, you have to be quick when you rearrange and do things together as a double team, because sometimes dilly-dallying over weapons and things like that, you know, that can put you in a spot of bother. So it has to be quick and efficient, as what we were there. And like I was saying, just great performance from Sun, though. To get all those kills in the forest was really impressive, and he did really well with that at the time. And although this was a low kill game from me, like I said, it's still one that I was really happy to win with Sun, because I still think it was a really enjoyable game. You know, sometimes I do have these games on Fortnite Battle Royale where I have fairly low amount of kills, but I did a lot for the team, sort of behind the scenes, you know, putting a lot of damage in, and it's still satisfying to bring the win home for the boys, you know, where I can help out where I can. And At this point here, just really just trying to help Sun with the shots onto this guy that's building in the storm again. Sun with a clinical knock. It's a really good plays from him, and at this point I'm just keeping the pressure by shooting him. I eventually give up on it because we've shot him a few times. Last time I hit him there was a 30 something damage, and he was stuck in the storm, so I knew he would die, so at that point I just turn away because I know that he's not going to be able to escape out of that one. At this point here, start to build because we're against a final set of players, so we just want to fortify up. At this point it's alright for me to fortify here because the zone's not shrinking yet, and as you can see I start to see a bit of some build structure that looks a bit odd. As you can see in the head on display, a guy's been killed there, and now it's 4 players left, so supposedly Sun and I against another team. And I saw the last bit of building was here, and I start to shoot it, and more platforms and stuff get built, so we pretty much know that they're somewhere around that house now, and so we know the location of the other team, and we just have to work really well here together, Sun and I, to bring home this Royale. So at this point here, I really like the plays I did to, destroy their structures, and still, being careful because I've only seen like one person over there. Sometimes partners split up in Fortnite Battle Royale, and with some of the recent games that Sun and I have played, that does actually happen. So I've got some really good games to show that kind of strategy that other teams might use to occasionally split up in games in the final hurdle. But at this point here, they start to put some pressure on the nade launch with Sun, so I decide to take him more. I decided to build up towards Sun, really to protect him and also show my presence to make them back down a little bit, because Sun's got a massive tower there, and that if that went out of commission, he would take some damage and sort of be left on his own. So, and I wasn't making much of a contribution with low ammo from that far away back at the zone. So I like the fact that I move up here, and at the moment of this gameplay, Sun couldn't really see where I was, so it was more beneficial for me to just move up at this point and just to support him. Although he's doing a great job in this gameplay, and really I wish it was actually after this game I think Sun said maybe I should start recording things, because it really was Sun's game, this one, and as you can see, knocks another player there that I decide to eliminate because it's 2-on-2 and we just want to take the player out of the game and add pressure to the final player, and I think we did that really well, and then Sun finishes them both. So I really hope you guys enjoy this gameplay. It was a really big one from Sun, although I think we did see a lot of the action from my POV, but 10 kills from Sun, 3 from me with a decent amount of assists. I can't remember how many now, but it was a good amount, and really good Royale. This gameplay is a bit older, this was just before Season 3, but as you can see, those are the stats there, so I had 5 assists, but yeah, I really enjoyed this one, guys. Like I said, it's an older game, but I always wanted to upload this for Sun because he did really well, and for a 10 kill game for him, that's huge. And back next time, probably with more Sunny duo games or maybe some squad games. We'll see how it goes. But looking forward to bringing out the next upload, guys. This was SeReNiiTYzZ. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.